Our next speaker, you'll soon learn why I introduced it this way, is Ijeoma Oluo. She's a Seattle-based writer, speaker, and internet yeller. She was named one of the most influential people in Seattle by Seattle Magazine. She's the editor-at-large of The Establishment and regularly contributes to The Guardian, New York Magazine, Jezebel, and The Stranger.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I have a question. How did you all get here? Nice. See, I'm not talking like metaphorically. I'm honestly asking. Some of you got here by bus, some of you drove, some of you took an Uber. Some of you sprung for the VIP tickets, and they've got like really good desserts there. Some of you spent your last $10. A lot of people can't be here at all. But you all got here in different ways. And when I ask how you got here, I ask, what brought you here? There are far many other things bringing you here than a mode of transportation. What was it that made you decide to show up here tonight? What about the program appealed to you? What made you decide to come out here and listen and learn and join community? What happened in your life to make this election matter? In what way is it touching you? At what point did you say things had gone too far? I'm asking this because the answer is different for every person in this room. And it's far different for people who couldn't even be in this room. We like to pretend that because we are in the same room, we are here for the same reason. And that is not true. We may have some similar fears, we may have some similar goals, but what brought us here is different. And what will move us forward is different. And we have to start recognizing that. Unity does not mean that we all get together and vote on which topic we are going to care about the most. That we all get together and decide who's going to sacrifice their needs for the rest. Unity means that we all show up in this room and we turn to each other and say, how did you get here? What do you need to move forward? A lot of times we like to look at our issues and say that we are all being affected by the same issue, which means it has to have the same cause. And that's not true. We need to start looking at our movements differently. We need to start looking at things beyond just where they touch us. We need to stop saying things like, you will all get behind me if you care about this issue. When we look at what justice means, it means different things to different people. And we have to start asking, because some people have never been asked. If we were to take, for example, reproductive justice. To many in this room, you came because you saw Planned Parenthood and you wanted to come support, and that is wonderful. I have written about what Planned Parenthood has meant to me over the years. But to other people, reproductive justice means more than just keeping the clinics open. To many people, reproductive justice might look like fighting the racial bias that stops doctors from listening to people of color when they say what birth control is or is not working for them. To other people, reproductive justice might look like the financial stability to be able to raise the kids that you want. To some people, it may look like the ability to raise your children without fear of them being locked in juvenile detention. To others, it may look like the ability to discuss your reproductive options without being misgendered and pathologized by your providers. All of our movements look like this. If we do not ask how you got here and what do you need, we will leave people behind. And if our social justice movements keep leaving people on the side of our very narrow roads, can we really call it justice? We all can start today. We all have privilege that we didn't know we had. We all have power we didn't know we had. If you turn to someone and say, "What do you need?" and it is something that didn't occur to you before, that is an opportunity where you can make real, measurable change right then. You can start incorporating that into what you ask for. When you show up in a room like this, when politicians knock on your door asking for your votes, we can do this, and we can do it together. But we all have to respect not only where we came from, but from where our neighbors came from. Our goal should not be to stop the worst that has already happened to so many people from happening to us. Together, we can ask, what has already happened? What do you need now? What is killing you now? What is hurting you now? And we can unravel that system. But we can only do it if we start asking. Thank you.